Hello there. Today, we've got an exciting topic to dive into, the secret to getting better at talking to people. We'll show you how to never run out of things to say and how to keep a conversation flowing smoothly. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a hard time coming up with things to talk about? Your brain ever just freeze and you end up with a long, awkward silence? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 extremely powerful topics that you can talk to just about anyone. So, stay tuned and let's get started. Number 1. Be a good listener. Alright, folks, let's kick things off with the first secret, being a good listener. Remember, the art of conversation is a two-way street. The key to never running out of things to say is actively listening to the other person. Here's how you can do it: maintain eye contact and nod occasionally to show you're engaged. Ask open-ended questions to encourage the other person to share more. Avoid interrupting and truly focus on what the other person is saying. Number 2. The second very powerful technique I want to talk about is threading. Threading is essentially branching off the conversation in different directions. For example, if you get a response like, "I went to Los Angeles last year to intern for 12 months. You could ask if they liked Los Angeles, which company they went to, what is their field of work, or you could shift the focus of the conversation. You could respond with, "Really? I went to Los Angeles last year too," or "I like to visit Los Angeles one day, I love traveling." You could continue the conversation in multiple ways using the threads that are provided. For example, continue talking about Los Angeles, talk about the company or field of work, or maybe talk about your own internship experiences. You could literally talk for hours starting from that simple response. More branches lead to deeper conversations and increased likability. It's a cycle where it only gets easier and easier. Number 3. Observe and use the environment. Another great trick to keep the conversation flowing is to observe and use your environment. If you're ever stuck for words, take a look around and use what's happening around you as a conversation starter. Whether it's the weather, the decor, or even what's on your plate, it's all fair game for discussion. Every individual possesses a family, and this family plays a crucial role in our lives. They are often the first people we become acquainted with, which is why we hold a special affection for them. Numerous studies have consistently shown that when people discuss family-related matters with strangers, it tends to create a sense of closeness between them. However, one challenge in conversing about family is that it may come across as too intense if you directly inquire about someone's family from the beginning. Instead, a more effective approach is to steer the conversation in a way that naturally leads to the topic of family. Number 4. Prepare some conversation starters. Don't be afraid to prepare a few conversation starters in your back pocket. These can be simple questions or interesting anecdotes. For instance, "What's the best book you've read lately?" or "I recently heard an incredible story about." These can help you keep the dialogue flowing smoothly. Everyone has some kind of leisure activity they enjoy. It might be a hobby, a passion, or just something they like. Similar to discussing jobs, it's a good idea to ask some basic questions while adding your own comments in between. One easy way to start a conversation about leisure is by asking, "What do you like to do?" I know it sounds a bit cliché, but it usually works well. Talking about leisure activities can sometimes be a bit trickier than discussing jobs because you might meet someone who enjoys something you know very little about. But don't worry, in such cases, you can approach the conversation with this mindset: what makes this activity so interesting to them? For example, if you meet someone who tells you they enjoy scuba diving and you've never tried it, you could say something like, "Oh, that's interesting. I've always found scuba diving fascinating. Why do you enjoy it so much?" Questions like these show that you're genuinely interested in their interests, and they give the other person a chance to explain why they are so passionate about their leisure activity. Number 5. Share your own stories. Sharing your own stories is a great way to never run out of things to say. It's a twofold win. You're not only keeping the conversation going, but you're also letting others know more about you. Just remember to keep your stories concise and relevant to the topic at hand. People say that about 45% of our lives are spent on what we do for work or school. It's a big part of our lives. Talking about what people do for work or school is a common topic. It's usually a basic question, like when people ask, "What's your job?" You might have heard this question many times before. The important thing is not to stick with these basic questions and instead have a more interesting conversation. For example, let's say you're on a date, and you ask the person what they do for a living. They say, "I'm a school teacher." Many people make a common mistake. They keep asking questions like, "What subject do you teach? Which school do you teach at? How old are the kids you teach?" When you keep asking one question after another, it feels like an interview, and it can be uncomfortable for the other person. A better approach is to add a comment before asking another question. For instance, if she says, "I'm a teacher," you can say something like, "Wow, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a teacher." There's something about inspiring others that's very fulfilling. By saying this, you're sharing your thoughts about her job before you ask the next question. This can lead to much deeper and interesting conversations than just asking about where she works. When you meet someone new, starting with a conversation about their job or school is usually a good choice. Number 6. Embrace silence. Don't be afraid of silence. Sometimes, a pause in conversation can be a powerful tool. It allows both you and your conversation partner to gather your thoughts, and it can lead to deeper, more meaningful discussions. One of the biggest obstacles you may face when trying to meet new friends, or new people in general, is the awkward silence. Encountering this situation is so uncomfortable that it can even force you to avoid meeting new people in the first place. And there you have it, the top 6 secrets to never running out of things to say and keeping the conversation flowing. Remember, it's all about active listening, using your surroundings, preparing some conversation starters, sharing your own stories, and embracing the occasional silence. Learning and using these 6 topics will allow you to build large amounts of rapport with just about anyone and will also allow you to create long-lasting friendships. The most important message I'd like you to take away from this video is that you shouldn't let fear hold you back from speaking your mind, even if you think you might say something silly. The truth is, most people are so focused on their own thoughts and insecurities that they won't even notice the occasional slip-up. Just be yourself, talk about what interests you, and don't be afraid to share a joke or two. Perfection is overrated, and striving for it can be a lonely and joyless pursuit. So, the next time you're in a conversation, put these tips into practice, and you'll notice a significant improvement. Building better connections through conversation is not as hard as it seems. Now, go out there and start those fantastic conversations. I genuinely hope this video has been helpful in some way. If it has, feel free to show your support by clicking the like button. And remember, the more you practice, the better you'll become. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.